I'm just sharing everything that I cook. Tonight I had some lamb mince. I'm making koftas and I will also be able to show you what to do with the leftover meat. So I have bought 500 grams of lamb mince. I don't ever go for the low fat option because the flavour is in the fat. Because it's messy, I do put gloves on. So in the lamb, I did it yesterday so that all the flavours can work in. I added a teaspoon of cumin, 2 teaspoons of ground coriander, a teaspoon of dry mint. When we get to the summer and I've got mint growing, I will do a tablespoon of fresh mint. I put in a teaspoon of salt, and I put in a tablespoon of harissa paste. I also crushed up 2 garlic cloves, and the reason I've put the gloves on is all this messing around. Oh, it's actually quite nice. I don't know why I'm going oh, because I quite like it. I certainly won't be eating all this. So the way that koftas are usually cooked is they're formed into like a cylindrical shape with a metal skewer through the middle and then cooked on a griddle. I don't have a griddle, so what I'm doing tonight is I will just roll them up into really, the gloves are too big, into long sausages, quite thin sausages, because I want them to cook through. If you cook them on a metal skewer, that helps because the metal heats up and will also cook from the inside. But it's not, get gloves that fit. It's not an option for me. So I'm going to turn these into a couple of long sausages. So I've made some sausages. I'm not sausage shapes. I'm not confident they'll hold together when I cook, but frankly it doesn't matter because we're going to have it all in a flatbread. The meat that's left, I am going to put in the bag and I'm going to freeze it. So I'm not going to freeze it in the shape, I'm going to freeze it as kofta mix, label the bag, put it in the freezer. I might be telling you to suck eggs and it might be blindingly obvious, but I just think if I don't say anything you don't know. I've written kofta on the bag rather than just put the meat in one big lump and flattening it out, and that's purely so that when I defrost it, it defrosts a lot quicker. Bit of oil. I've got my nice pan. I'm just going to put a little bit of oil in because these will take a while to cook. I want to get them nice and brown on all sides. They're going to sit in there. They'll make a noise. I don't know if you watched a previous... Yes, you would have watched this. I have posted it. It's the same thing. These will stick to the pan, and when it's ready to be moved round to another edge to cook, it will naturally release. While these are cooking, we will prepare what we're going to eat it with. So as I said, we're going to have it in a flatbread with some salad and yoghurt. So I've got Greek yoghurt. I'm not going to give you quantities because I don't know how many you're cooking for, and I really find quantities sometimes a bit tedious. It's more about ratios. So to the amount of Greek yoghurt I've got, I want to do about 1/4 harissa paste. I love to pour the oil in that's accumulated in the jar. So that's about 1/4 of the harissa paste. Give it a good stir. This will be going in the wraps. Just some points about the salad. This is purely on what was in my fridge. I had some spinach, baby spinach. I put it in a metal bowl and I put it on a low heat for literally no more than 15 to 20 seconds, and it has wilted ever so slightly, but it isn't that awful mushiness. So that's going to be part of the salad. And I have some fantastic herbs here. I feel a bit like Nigella now. Everything where we live is supersized. Oh, I have to taste them because I can't tell on the top. What's that? Oh, that's parsley. So I've got parsley, mint and coriander. If I'm using in a salad, I like to, I'm going to get some scissors. I like to remove the leaves. And you can go heavy on the herbs. I want most of this salad to be herbs. So those are the bits that we've prepared so far. So you're going to add in coriander and mint and a little bit of parsley. I've got the pan on. I've done 2 sides of koftas. I'm just turning them over. I have lowered the light a little bit. The light is quite high, but you can see there's gorgeous colour on them. And just to get them brown on all sides, once they're brown on all sides, you can turn the heat down. These are not really going to take longer than 10 minutes, and then we will assemble the dish. Oh, I'll just show you. I've made the salad. I haven't chopped the herbs, I've kept them whole. It's going to be really delicious. Koftas are cooked. I've got some salad. I've cut up some cherry tomatoes. I also want a bit of fresh crunch of cucumber. So I'm just going to thinly slice some cucumber. I've got super-sized spring onions. I certainly don't want all of that, but what I do want are the lovely green parts at the top. So I'm just going to thinly slice some green parts of spring onion to help dress the dish. In a few days, or I don't know when, so I've frozen that kofta. I'm going to do another dish, completely different, using the kofta meat further down the line, because I do like to use things up again. Okay. Oh, I know, this is the other important thing. I'm going to heat my flatbreads in this pan, but I don't want all the fat. I'm going to pour a tiny bit of fat into the yogurt, just to give it the lamby taste. I am not going to pour that fat down the sink. It's actually going to go in the bin. Please do not pour fat down the sink. Look on YouTube, look for videos of clogged up drains from fat. I'm always losing my clicker. Right, I'm just going to put this in the bin. Once you've put it in the bin, as I've done, you can take off the excess fat with a bit of kitchen paper. So it is really just a greasy pan with some lamb flavour on. Pan is hot. I'm putting it the side down that I want to put the food in, because that's the side that I want to pick up all of the lamby flavour. I will just cook the flatbreads in there. I mean, they're pre-cooked, shop bought, just for maybe a minute on each side, and it will also soften them up. It smells amazing. This is a dish that you could make for one, or you could make for a crowd. And if you make for a crowd, I would suggest putting the flatbreads on the table, putting all of the components on the table, and letting everybody construct it the way they like. I like to start with a lot of yogurt down the middle with the harissa. Then I will be going for the salad. And I'm going to put some tomato. I love the crunch. Actually, I might put the cucumber on top. I'm just grabbing a kofta, which will sit on top. I'm going to put some cucumber on there. I'm going to put some spring onion, and I'm going to finish off with more yogurt. And the way to eat this, I would suggest, is to pick it up, eat it like a gyros, you know, the Greek gyros. It's not going to be polite, but it is going to taste good. There we go. That's my, lamb kofta with harissa yogurt.